Earlier the better for being outside.
I guess, it's that time of year too where even your mornings aren't wonderful, but they are better. So please be careful today. Heat warning in effect for a big chunk of the metro and the North Shore here as it'll feel over 110. Very similar to what we saw last week and the week before. We've been stuck in this pattern where we start the week off hot and dry, we end it with rain, and that's what we have coming this week too. So you can see some very slight relief, and I'm telling you, 104 on Wednesday and Thursday for your heat index. That's very manageable here. Watch, I'm going to grow here in just a second. So heat index numbers are going to be really high there for today and tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, not as bad as we get some rain back in here. So today, rain is not going to be in the forecast, about a 10% chance, and that is it. Our high temperature is 97. That's near a record. The record today is 98. That was set back in 1993. Tomorrow's record is 99. I'm forecasting 97, and so we are expecting those near record highs for Monday and Tuesday. Now, towards the middle and end of the week here, we no longer are worried about it breaking any records. We'll be in the low 90s, which is exactly where we should be. Our average high is 92. Hottest part of the year is late July and early August, so there's really nothing unusual about this week's forecast. Even with near record highs, it's nothing that's all-time record. This has been a big heat wave though. In fact, yesterday Tampa, for the first time on record, hit 100 degrees. It's difficult for them to hit 100 there like it is us in New Orleans because they're surrounded by water too, and so the winds have to be just right, and they did it yesterday. But look at this, heat into our temperatures into the upper 90s all the way up into Colorado. Look at Denver, 98 today, and that big heat wave sticking around tomorrow, but we do see signs that it starts to weaken. And so once we get into Wednesday, you can see that ridge weakens quite a bit, still strong over Texas, but for us, it weakens enough we'll start to see some showers and storms. So tomorrow, I do think we will have some pop-up thunderstorms, and so hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. That can help limit some of that daytime heating, and then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be looking at a decent chance of scattered storms during the afternoon. So we're going to get back in that wetter pattern, and that'll keep temperatures down in the low 90s. So today, 10% chance of rain. Tomorrow, we're going to bump that up to a 40% chance of rain. This trough is going to be drifting our direction. Unlike last week and the week before, this one probably is not going to have a chance to develop as it stays too far inland here, but it certainly increases our chance for some heavy showers and storms through the middle of the week. So for now, tropics are likely going to be fairly quiet this week here locally. That tropical wave, don't stress about it. It's going to lift north out into the Atlantic here, and elsewhere there's a fairly decent tropical wave rolling off the continent of Africa. Models are not terribly excited, but a few have been perking up every now and then. Still battling some dry air and some wind shear this week though. So for now, tropics not too active. So our 7-day, we're going to be issuing the weather impacts for heat today and tomorrow. I do think some storms tomorrow could hopefully help us out, and then a chance for storms will continue through the middle and end of the week here, and that'll help those temperatures stay in the low 90s. For our boaters, no issues with the rain today, but it's going to be a hot one out there with northwest winds. Same thing tomorrow, and then more of a west wind on Wednesday with a better shot of rain. High tide is going to happen later during the afternoon, and low tide is happening during the early morning hours.